All right, Jen. So obviously we've talked a lot about the new program, how you're enabling partners, but let's also be realistic. Most partners do not sell just one product or service. They sell lots of them, and every vendor is trying to grab their eyeballs, just like you're trying to get every Amazon's trying to get us to buy a lot of different products, Instagram, Facebook, all these things. So how do you, as Polly, how do you now, with this new program and with the new experience, how do you get the eyeballs? How do you make sure that they're looking at your program and not somebody else's?
Yeah, and it's hard. For one, I want to know, why aren't you selling Polly? My goodness, people, come on.
Get on the bandwagon.
Everybody wants Polly. Polly's the place to be. When you talk about when you talk about the program and the platform, some of the things it really comes down to is staying top of mind. How do you get in front of them? How do you always be at the top of when they think about voice, video, and headsets? How do we make them always think of Polly? That should be the first one that we want them to think of. And it really comes about, yes, everybody's out there on LinkedIn, they're posting all of their information, but you do need to stay relevant. You do need to stay present. And from a platform perspective and how we're communicating to our partners themselves, it's really, we're trying to, and it comes down to focused information. We're really targeting key areas. We know everybody is driving certain businesses, but we need to address certain pain points. And the more you tee up information and package it where they don't have to think about it, going, all right, well, they just launched a new product. And that's what you have. You'll have, let's talk company A and Polly. Company A launches a new product. Okay, go out to our partner portal and go sell. Happy selling. Throw it over the fence, see what happens. What we're doing at Polly is, I don't want to just throw it over the fence. When I unlock and we launch a product, I want to package it. I don't want you to have to go, yes, we have an amazing asset library that has tons of information for you, but how cool is it when we package it in a really nice manner and talk, here's great training. Here's become an expert on selling. How do you pitch it? What are the resources available to you? And really put this toolkit together and empower you. People don't want to have to do all the work. If we do the work for them, that's when you start getting attention.
Okay, so we all know marketing support is like a cornerstone of most partners. They all look at, these portals for access to different types of marketing material. How is Polly making marketing easier for that partner?
One of the big things that you're going to hear out there is, and particularly when we touched on it earlier when we were talking about localization as well, is we're starting to localize a lot of our assets, but wow, how awesome would it be if you have co-brandable assets? And that's something that we're constantly loading into our asset library on our partner portal, is we're teeing up content that there is even a toggle on when you're searching content. You could say, I only want to find documents that are co-brandable. And it's prepped and ready for you to go, just to pop your logo in there, hit it, and go. And so that to me is something that is empowering and transformational, that it gets things going real quick. And I think co-branding is a big one.
Okay, so as we kind of wrap up the conversation around the platform, what should the partners, what should they be looking for going forward? Should they be, I guess, what are the expectations that as we, they're obviously, and we'll get to this in a few minutes, but obviously it's a very new world in the marketplace. From the platform perspective, though, and the program perspective, what's coming up? What's happening in the world, in the Polly world, that they should be aware of in the next 3 to 6 months?
Well, I think the whole statement about personalization, and us always talking about not everybody's cookie cutter. What they're going to expect in the latter half of this year is building upon that, building that personalization capability for our partners. we're actually going to start drilling into, like I said, the 4 different types of resellers that we have. We're having the newsletter that is going to be, they can pick their content, how often they want to hear it. They're going to be able to have that at their fingertips. We're going to be adding a journey builder to help guide them with their efforts. So it's all really going on tailoring their experience with Poly to make them self-sufficient, educated, empowered, and being able to drive business better for their organization. And ultimately, with all of these elements, they're going to thrive within the program because we reward them for that. So everything, it's just going to be a constant build and evolution. So I want them, the things that I ask of them is, get ready. You're going to get a lot of information and customization. So you are in control. And then the other ask I would have of them is always share your information. If you have questions, if you have concerns, if you have feedback and ideas to how we could even be better, don't stop talking and sharing your information with us.
That's a lot. So I guess I'll strip out all the marketing buzzwords from that. They now are going to have
I did hit a few.
they're going to have a chance to get money from Poly. They're going to have a chance to have some tools to be able to sell better and make more revenue themselves. And you guys want them to give honest and transparent feedback.
That is eloquently spoken. Perfect.
All right. Awesome. Well, that's lots of good things happening on the partner platform there.